They play that spread and kind of be these routes across the map late into the rounds once they find themselves in those 3-on-3s. I think the issue they're going to have is NaVi should be able to outskill them across the board. Right. Sure, those gaps will still manifest, but I think, you know, with those double lurks that we've been seeing, that very wormy, annoying style of play, NaVi should have their number. I am surprised that Apeks have even made it to the group stage of Katowice, and I haven't been hugely impressed with the type of Counter-Strike they've been playing. The tenacity, sure, that's a different kettle of fish. That was... I'm sure we'll see a better performance out of Bit and Imet today towards middle. Maybe they won't be missing their mid-mollies.
Maybe. One can only hope. This is Jacob, the first victim of the pistol. A clean headshot from Bit. Anito, he has the bomb on his back and caught on the reload there. Did not expect or anticipate a second tucked in. Bit getting run at now. Should get overwhelmed. And ooh, wow, still manages to adjust nicely as it's only Stiko, the last of four. Individuals shining bright, just as we discussed. We see the sharpest tool in the NaVi shed. Actually, I say that Bit's great. Of course, the stats brought up by the boys, but you've got Imet and Wonderful as well as ones to watch.
But that's the trio. That is the trio that you need performing if you want to be getting the most out of NaVi. And this is the opener here from the young Ukrainian. Very well handled for NaVi. And yesterday, sure, they went up against Spirit. A tough task. Donk apparently is all anybody can talk about, and probably all Complexity will remember as Jao giving them a point out the gates, and he made a point of this being his ex-team. It has changed in complexion somewhat since his time on the squad.
Oh, but he's definitely familiar with the boys in a more intimate way than you would otherwise, for sure. Knows what the players like to do.
I am expecting a 2-0 here today. I've said that in a few of the Apeks series so far. You and I have had the pleasure of casting the emotional roller coasters. We had the big game that we referenced, and yesterday we covered off their opening matchup against Complexity, which also had its twists and turns as far as force buys were concerned. But you heard from Stiko in his pre-match interview discussing, you know, new team, he's back in the roster, new in-game leader, different complexion, trying to work things out. Obviously, RMR being a big focus. This should be a slaughterhouse. You have the likes of Wonderful and Bit here to deal with this.
How many have you got for us? Bit, he's going to unload his magazine, and with the combination of Wonderful as well, you're right, Slaughter is an apt word for it. So Stiko just going to look to try and do a little bit more economical damage. It's unlikely, that's for sure. He's trying to bait shots, and yeah, Wonderful will wrap it up with 3 of his own. I mean, they're in their positive side, it was an M4, not an SMG. Going to be stopping an extra $300 from slipping into your enemy's ranks, but a 2-0 start for NaVi, and it's Apeks' map pick. So we expect to see this gun round hold a lot of water and wait just to see just how damaging their T-sides are going to be.
Yeah, this is where the conversation begins. All right, so we've got the coin toss round out of the way. We've got the full eco. Now the rifles, not going for Galil to facilitate the U-tilt. Let's take a look at what their opener will be. Nork with the red smoke, so no cave smoke, no heaven smoke coming straight through the guts. And let's see, do the mollies land? Well, they do. Now, we saw this from Apeks the other day. They dropped this smoke, they peek over the top, and they didn't get offered an awful lot. But this time, Jacob will be able to profit. That's something that Emma might need to learn about quite quickly.
Ooh, Bit, he's fancying his chances of something a bit more aggressive. He's fired off the warning shot. Now, he knows he's on a timer. Presence has been undoubtedly noted after Jacob's frag. Sense brought very, very low, and Bit's stubborn about this. Continues to try and support for the B lane control. The smoke goes down from Apeks.
Still surprised that they found the opener in that fashion. That was something that Apeks were trying against Big, and they were not able to manifest the same results. Sense low. Bit is on a timer as these smokes start to fade. Will he backpedal or will he stand his ground because the flashes are coming?
Ooh, they needed the smoke. Bit doesn't react in time. Oh, he just about got a bullet to Nork. Doesn't kill him, but yeah, operating low.
Have to get past Wonderful. He's still towards A as they're rerouting. Lexi forward in cave, not going to hear a lot. JL might even start cheating over. Wonderful can get this done. Tidy on the rifles as well as the AWP.
Yeah, he's communicating a lot. I think he's aware he's got a lot of presence and pressure on him. He doesn't have answers, and he does have damage. Worried about Donut. They're swinging for him. Good work from Wonderful. Satanito cut down as well. Huge double. And look what remains. Jacob and Nork, a meager amount of health to try and make this one work. Planting in the smoke, it does mean that he might avoid the spray. JL, those bullets just narrowly whistling past the shoulder of Jacob. A 2-on-2. Jacob Oh, he could catch JL. Worried about that temple peak, and that's a bit of a fumble from JL. Up to Alexi to clutch up. Now, he does have low HP. Can he hit these little bursts, long-range SMG? Jacob, that's massive for Apeks. A quad kill. He started the round, and he ends it. That's a beautiful round out of the Norwegian.
Yeah, and Mitha there having a glance over. I think we're going to get some eye contact with JL. That is a nice round to win, and this was that opening. So this smoke is one of their own design. They're going to throw that. They know the way that it oscillates early. Another cheeky play through the smoke as well with the HE to disperse. Catching JL, who was worried about them encroaching through that temple position and taking spawn. And Classic at this point, since we've seen him with a lot of energy, the young Norwegian, as we're going to be fast out mid. There's a biff.
Yeah, Jacob this time, he's throwing some aggression into the mix. And IEM, again, his first victim. First the boost, now you're getting shot in the backside. This is going to rumble him his confidence.
And it was a problem yesterday as well versus Spirit. Sure, they were misthrowing those mollies in mid, the deep one especially, where Donk was just able to stand behind, but Apeks are using different ways to still manifest these similar openings. If Bit and IEM, who are meant to be the two-star riflers alongside of Wonderful's AWP, can't get functioning in such a key area of middle, you might have to call off the all-ins. Oh, Alexi. We'll spam one through the board to grab something back shore, but this is where Apeks can do their better work once these openings have, well, opened, right? There's a lot of room, as we can see the A bomb site completely open as the rotation starting to head back now. CT smoke in the air.
Yeah, it's going to limit what the scout can contribute.
You just feel out of position, don't you? Because by the time you rotate through temple, how much space have they taken?
They're actually quite slow about it, so wonderful. Oh, Alexi owned by that. HE clear. And Stiko, it's not an easy duel with the Galil. He does manage to bring Bit low, but a 3-on-3. Still up for debate into our fourth round.
I feel like save might be a conversation unless you get given another kill. How are you meant to even get into this?
Yeah, that's a really nice flash, but late on
now you might give it a look.
Most definitely.
Still no kit.
You're having a glance, aren't you? It's sense on that boost position, tagged by the scout. Ooh, you're still not interested, despite those kills coming your way.
Okay. Well, Apeks level things up, 2-2. A good job dealing with this force. And I think the main conversation has to be about the type of fights we've seen in middle. So IEM has the correct response through that mid lurk smoke, right? He plays through it to take the fight, but not aware of the pathing. So really good work for Apeks to be able to be exploiting this area of the map so early. And I am just wondering, because once we get to the next gun round, here it is, do you opt with the tone of, we're just not going to fight for this control anymore, which is now going to apply a lot more pressure towards your B defenders, and we just do something a bit more site-centric, a 2-1-2, or it's a 2-3 with one of the B defenders having to worry about that red slip.
Right.
But we do have saved rifles, some smokes, HEs, upgraded pistols for the likes of Alexi and Wonderful, so something to work with. This won't be the easiest round in the world. There's a HE chunks Sasanito down to 14 points of health. Very well played with the util for NaVi, and still going to lose the opener though. Sense, great shot onto JL.
Yeah, these openings are flowing for Apeks. Jacob, he's got the confidence to take these jewels. Bit deleted, and that's the rifles gone. JL and Bit, the two saved rifles, both the first to fall. And so, yeah, this is going to fall nicely into place for an Apeks consecutive third.
IEM has been able to scavenge back that rifle, as highlighted here by Jakey, but what's he meant to do with it? No armor, out of position right now, as we can see. Apeks are taking their time, understanding that the CTs are down numbers. They do have to continue to try and make some plays. A minute remaining. I don't see this one getting out of control. Sense with the molly, cave called clear. And applying this B pressure to hopefully draw them towards B. The bomb on Sasanito, 40 seconds outside of A. Jacob with the red room control. That's info, and he's low. The bomb, if it goes back towards B, yeah, okay. So ping-ponging between the sites, and this has been the better of the two decisions. IEM was being a bit of a sleeper agent over towards the tall box.
Very well played, good awareness, using all the seconds they had. Oof, yeah, Jacob at least confirms their suspicions that A is occupied. But the bomb will go down safely thanks to that clear on B from Sense. It does lead to 3 members currently of NaVi holding on to these rifles.
Yeah, I think that's important as well, because when you look at the finances going into the next, we only have the 2,400 loss. So this is actually quite key that they do retain these rifles that will bolster the U2 and make their buy into round number 6 look a whole lot juicier. When we get caught, Stiko quite diligent on this. It was just jiggling that angle. Bomb, not much longer left now, and yeah, catches him on the way back. So Stiko will remove one of them. Still, we'll see the buy come out for NaVi regardless, but it's just going to be 2 AKs retained, one for Wonderful, one for Alexi, and we'll see whose hands they end up in. But an AWP will not be in play for Wonderful just yet. So a very solid start for Apeks, putting up some resistance. And again, we have to return to Jacob with back-to-back impact rounds over towards middle. Now, this is where the conversation needs to continue. Has Apeks done enough conditioning to stop NaVi going aggressive? Do Apeks not even go for a mid-play and opt to be more extremity site-centric? Well, let's find out.
Looks like they do want to give it another look.
At elbow smoke. Yeah, the mid U2, it's just missing mollies, missing elbow smokes, missing it all. But at least they didn't follow through.
Does mean that middle is a bit of a red carpet for the boys of Apeks to occupy. Jacob and Sense walking through. Alexi well drilled on those wall bangs. It's really making Satanito's job a whole lot more difficult. But again, it's Jacob that bests them to open up proceedings, his 3rd opening kill.
Stiko's found the room. Is Bit aware of this? Has to be, because Stiko can already start making his way in towards Temple, and if Bit rotates in lazily, will the Shadow play in at any moment, and is Bit even hard clear? This could be the round. Doesn't check his corners.
Bomb's on its way. JL and Alexi on the wrong side of the map. Stiko's got full control, full reign, and oh, Norg's precise as he comes out onto JL through that ramp fight. Apeks looking very well drilled right now. It looks like they've got NaVi's number. Sure, you're missing some smokes and maybe you're missing some of those openings. Bit's been getting bested by Jacob out mid, as has Zimmer. They've both felt his wrath.
But if you can't get your utility down to lock it down, as I'm saying, then just don't play heavy middle.
Right.
Yeah, and yeah, very well done. They're doing exactly, and you know, we heard Bubsy saying, you know, it might be a bit riskier of a play style, but seems to be working. And this is something that NaVi needed to know was coming their way. There's the missed elbow smoke bouncing off the tree, so the trajectory of that one well off. And look, they're not easy. I'm not saying you just stand there. There's certain amount of steps that need to be taken. You have to remember each one from this 5 different spawns. You don't want to get blocked by one of your teammates. But it's the little details that really add up in Counter-Strike. And NaVi coming into this tournament, we're looking hot at the moment. Not. Boost again. This time they're up close. So under the line of sight. But giving up their position. Jacob will unload.
Yeah, Bit's actually caught Tantanito on that one there, and Stiko immediately catches Wonderful out the big box swing. The molly comes in. Smoke on Donut, so the pressure is being applied. Oh, look at that bomb, though. Could get awkward if him is brave. He's hearing that. He's hearing it. Good idea as to what's going on here. An audible
Jacob
reload.
in the steps. Oh, he knows now.
Well, maybe loses its potency.
There's a flash for Alexi to go over the A site, but they're currently smoked off. If they creep up behind it and explode, they could try and cause some chaos, but the fact they have CT covered, Norg's now cleared out red. They know that A main is a possibility. The attention of Apeks doesn't need to be turned anywhere else other than Donut, really.
Perfect placement of the crosshair from Stiko. Catches Bits, walk up. Now the bomb can go down uncontested. JL, nothing he can do with this one. And Norg this whole time has been parked towards that speedway position, hoping to be able to punish and to stop any of these saved AK.
So this is where we spoke about this a lot with the Apeks games, right? It feels like they're everywhere. Right? It feels they're taking all this space, they're all over the map. So if I'm NaVi, I probably want to all in and make sure that we retain some territory. So do we go aggressive A main, push a rifler up, so we're always going to hold on to that? Do we go for the full press, but we can't really take the mid control, so going for all that B lane space is always going to be a little bit dicey because we can't lock down the key quadrant of the map? Oh, JL, he has spotted one crossing towards the long side, so there's information at least with the pressure coming to remove these rifles, and they might take everything as Alexi running in. Pull it in the side of, well, not the head, but the body, and they do not bring anything through. So 5-2 in favor of Apeks, looking very good. We have Anubis up next. Timeout taken, Blade getting on the microphone, max loss bonus in the bank account. So the buy this time will get Wonderful the AWP, and maybe that discussion I was just having, is there an all-in, or are we going to be more passive across the map, or are we going to try and hold on to our utility for longer? This conversation, this next 30 seconds is going to be very important.
I mean, it does feel like we've also seen a distinct lack of B-site hits right now. Like, it just
hasn't even been necessary, has it?
It's a dream for the boys on Apeks in terms of you're kind of halfway through, you're over halfway through your T campaign, and you haven't even had to kind of have a diverse portfolio of hitting the site. You can just work on A, finding those gaps, finding the picks before you even hit a site. And the rounds have been ending towards that first letter of the alphabet. Blade's timeout is up. Let's see what Apeks respond with in terms of this conditioning. Perhaps knowing your opponent's going to have to try and rejig it, approach it differently. Stico with that spawn red smoke.
They're going to continue to drop one of their own and try and peer over the top now with the elbow smoke in play. And it looks like they want to apply early pressure towards A to force this rotation. So they are calling off the all-in CT mid. Wonderful is Donut with the AWP. Alexi and Donut Jail quite passive on B. Emma floating, and they're faking A, so it will have to draw a rotation. I think they missed the Donut smoke. It's quite deep in towards the site bit. Transition towards default to get some kind of a glance and blocks with one of his own. So it did keep the feet moving for a moment, and with the bomb still here on Sense, maybe it's a double pump.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. So now you cut enough noise that you can then apply pressure from Satsanita, but he's a load. How much of a fake can they really make it?
He's going to go late. Satsanita doesn't seem like he has a gap at the moment to work with.
That's nice.
That's what you want from Wonderful.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going to get another Sense cut down by that AWP, a double from the impactful AWP. First time you get to see it in his hands, and it's the first time it looks like NaVi could be converting this one cleanly.
Right now they have everything covered. There is an opportunity that there could have been like a walk up the B ramp towards bricks. That isn't the case. They are considering it, but they have somebody watching Cave. They have two people over towards B. Wonderful has middle. A bit worried about A. They should be able to lock this one down and get their third NaVi.
Yeah, Imma's going to have a little bit of a jiggle on his own. Premonition. Oh, and Alexi sticking out. No trade. There it is. Imma connects. Bits found Stico on the walkabouts A, and it does look like relatively clean round.
He's not going to get anything done. He's noisy through the smoke, gets caught by JL, and there you have it, the third. So a lot more hard work still to be done by NaVi. Something else that comes into the conversation when you... Oh, there we go. We're back. Am I back?
You're back.
We're back. When you verse a team like Apeks is, well, because they have all these lurks and trying to find all of these gaps, you have to make sure that you're not over-rotating. But then they can come into play because they don't always have to be playing for the lurks or playing for the extremities. They can be more grouped up. So that's something that you need to keep in mind, because if your rotations are too slow and you lose the site when all of them are there, and then they make you doubt it, and then you're waiting and yeah. So there's a lot to keep in mind as we're back towards middle.
Yeah, 3 T smokes. They've got the lurky B smoke, 2 in middle. Imma, oh, he's got us a lot of pressure. He's worried about elbow, and he should be, because Sense has nailed that shot. He was a bit of a sitting duck there, no trade potential.
It's a very disjointed CT half so far from NaVi. There was no pressure towards B lane for Imma to try and be able to push with. There was no smoke to deal with that elbow position once the molly subsided.
Is he going to go down here?
They have to push for some info, so I think it would probably be advised if they started looking at, they should pair up and do something together, Alexi and JL, but apparently not. Well, that nade would have been heard. They know there's a player close donut.
JL's opted to just jiggle it out. We'll have that advantage of the shadow if Nork does try his luck.
He's screwed though. There's going to be players coming through Cave as well, so...
There's another look. It looks like, once again, Apeks are converting these opening opportunities into rounds convincingly. Sure, you've smoked off Cave just as they throw out their util, and bit. Oh, he's clearing through just as Jacob falls off the angle. They're recovering. Huge 3 frags for NaVi in the feed.
Bomb's still down though. It's a bit of an issue.
Yeah, Stico does manage to catch Wonderful at least. He knows the A site's an opportunity, but Nork's so separate from the pack, and still Nork catches JL. This is how Apeks pull these rounds out of the hat. So nimble, so dynamic. Picking up the bomb now is Stico. 15. Wait, does he even have time? Oh, Alexi. Oh, he's going to get cleared. Needs them both. He's got his knife out. A double from Alexi to win it. That was a bit of a mad one in terms of Counter-Strike rounds. He'll be happy with that, surely.
Yeah, very fortunate. Very, very fortunate indeed. And he was even cleared, right? You can see this coming to glance, and the position was Nork. Stico with the knife in the hand, just thinking he needs to hightail it towards that side, even if there wasn't enough time, just quick as he likes. And Nork's going to be frustrated with that. You could see he was on the hard clear. Stico had the knife out. And they will concede another. So just a one-round game. Still in favor of Apeks as they get an AK to work with, a couple of digs.
But yeah, that'll take the wind out your sails.
The aggressive maneuver worked this time, right? So Apeks essentially rotated into them. Flick up, shot hit, Stiko low.
Yeah, and no one else can really wield. Actually, not to the line. North has Kev. Maybe that's going to be juggled across if they do meet once again. Yeah, Nork's headed back to spawn, and there it is. So, full HP on their only hero rifle. Tatsunito giving it a good look around the ramp, and doesn't seem like NaVi are too interested in giving him anything early.
Next round's going to definitely have some omissions as far as the buy is concerned. Apeks really want to get the bomb down in this round.
And it's not impossible considering Alexi and JL. It's 2v5.
Trying to get a face full of lead.
Yeah. Oh, JL goes down. Nork, precise shot to the head, and now that bomb goes down uncontested. As easy as that. No way him has got caught as well. Recovered rifles. Pressure onto Nork as he hits another, and this is falling apart for NaVi. This was just eagles, just pistols. Not everyone even having that.
That's a miserable round to lose. Oh. That is an excruciating round to lose. And the setup, again, disjointed. The gaps are plenty. JL was floating back and forth. I'm not sure what he was tasked of him to fall back and take his eyes off, but when he returned, they were already creeping up the ramp. Alexi disconnected in cave. No ability to trade off of each other. Ima gets flatlined. And now Wonderful and Alexi are attempting to save. And wow, Alexi can't do that. He was too close to the bomb. He wanted to get a late escape route. And that's 6.5 for Apeks.
Oh, this is a fantastic half for Counter-Strike from Apeks, and quite the opposite for NaVi. Ima's been having his tough times towards middle. JL also, you can see this one, just a round-defining frag from Nork. That's also pretty damn nice from Stiko, long range into Ima.
And the rifle didn't even start in his hands. So if there wasn't a tag from Wonderful onto Stiko, maybe it doesn't end up with Nork being that precise. Oh, just a saved AWP. Some upgraded pistols. Can NaVi salvage anything as the lurk smoke out towards middle? Ima doesn't want to brave this anymore. And it was such a good start. Pistol, conversion. I was against the eco, mind you, so we'll just go with the pistol. Maybe not the conversion as a highlight, but as far as the gun rounds are concerned, Apeks have been doing a much better job. Ima, 1 kill. You're one of your mid players, Alex, who is in such a key position on the map as far as activation goes. Stalling out the mid plays, jumping up, harassing B. 1 frag. Not good enough.
Undisputed.
But if the util's not landing, your elbow smokes aren't there, you're not getting your mollies correctly, you're probably not so confident as that mid player either. So I will give him a way out.
Wonderful. Looks like he's going to be having a hard time here. Ima does post himself 1. It could very well have been 2. And yeah, Wonderful eventually winning out that duel with Nork, but this round is falling into the Apeks realm. 7 en route. Wonderful already getting hunted down. Stiko applying pressure. Wonderful forward. Stiko comfortable. And he'll bring that through for the next. Nork gets a special treat. This is, it's definitely uninspiring from NaVi.
Yeah, and that was most of the Counter-Strike we've seen from Apeks. The thing that is inspiring about them is the fact that they never really give up and they grind their way back into games. So, again, I come into another series, I think they should be outgunned, they should be outstratted, and right now that doesn't appear to be the case whatsoever. And this is without the need for Tatsunito finding the moves. It was Jacob early, Nork showing up with some impact, and them just getting it done as a team. So, I have to tip my hat to Apeks.
Can't help but feel that round may have felt different if Wonderful hit that shot onto Tatsunito when he first revealed the AWP on cave side. But yeah, picked apart. Once again, it's Wonderful. Tested on mid. Stiko cut down. Shadow spotted of the second. Jacob backing away. He's not shy. He's definitely not shy. Jacob was not expecting that. That's a very audacious re-clear from the AWPer. So high impact from Wonderful. 14 frags. He is at the top of the scoreboard in the server. So there's no doubt he's present. And yeah, Sense feels his wrath as well. Hamstrung by an AWP shot to the thigh.
Should be dead in a moment.
Should be. JL does just about get it across the line. Tatsunito in a 1v5, and it's a clean one to end. Okay, NaVi, they dust themselves off, they stand back up, and they've got 5 rounds to work with as we swap sides. We'll be right back. First half in the books. It started well for NaVi. You can see from JL, that was the pistol. He was feeling good about that one. But Apeks, they're the ones that have had a whole lot more to celebrate in that first half. Their T-side to a blazing 7 rounds. And NaVi with just a recovery of sorts, 5 to boast. As they swap sides, are now taking to the attack. Our machine got Sponge with me. We're heading on into the second half of this one. We had our doubts of Apeks. And it seems that NaVi have been unable to match their pace so far.
Oh, Apeks love these like 4-1 type of pistol splits where Stiko anchors one side of the map and the other 4 look for a fight. I'm
always impressed when you can win a CT pistol. Glock's just so scary. But the dual Berettas is a good way to even things out.
And what about 2 pairs in cave? Nork and Sasanito ready to lock anything down. And they might have company of 3. They're going to swing cave from either side. Wonderful and Imme to clear this together. And that might lull them in.
Let's see what you've got, Nork. 1 would be fantastic. 2 would be a dream. None, maybe not optimal, as it's up to Sasanito, who gets nothing done. A single P250 rumbles their double cave setup.
Isn't NaVi lucky they found a simple clone?
Yikes.
Well,
it's fine. It should be fine. But yeah, a bit of a fumble. It's just wonderful. Continuing where he left off. 18 frags and counting. NaVi really grateful to have found another superstar in the making.
Good to see he came to play Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
Everything else seeming somewhat uninspired from NaVi. Again on Ancient. And I thought after yesterday they copped a donking that they would have gone and revised some of their Ancient util because that was lacking as Stiko is lacking teammates in this 1-on-4 turn 1-on-3 scenario.
Come on. I mean,
you can't win the round.
No, but it's nice. It's nice to see him looking very, very sharp today, but does present his bottom to JL. But there we have it, NaVi getting themselves up to 6. A good pistol and thankful for Wonderful. So that's both
with 146 ADR is Wonderful so far.
Damn. And for the majority of it, yeah, wielding an AWP, that is impressive to be so fly on the ADR.
But when you think about it, the rounds where he was playing from Donut with the AWP and mid and getting multi-kills was some of the only gun rounds that felt like NaVi was actually converting. But Apeks going to try their hand at a 4-spy. We've been seeing them go for a lot of eco, so seeing them go for a 4-spy now. We'll see if they're able to pull this one off. Stiko up towards tree, has Jacob for support.
What's the call from Alexi?
Yeah, and this is where I was just starting to get a little bit worried because the bomb on the back a bit, now leering in towards main. I don't mind if they go for a look, right? It looks all right. Have a little bit of a gander, see if you can get a tree boost of your own going, apply some pressure. But if they fully commit, they might lose everything because there's essentially 3 players here from Apeks with the fast rotation of Nork.
Yeah, and the angles are brilliant because now the distraction's there and Jacob, oh, he would have loved a second. Some significant damage and it's Nork's Deagle. Good for the 1. Wonderful, not shy. He's doing everything for the boys right now.
Screw it, I'll do it myself.
Yeah, really, really. I mean, 20 and 7 and 2 to save them from a red face. It could have very well spiraled if it wasn't for Wonderful going wide on that. And he does post what should be a round-defining frag. Sasanito has a look. Warning shot fired out by Wonderful.
JO should have him. JO should have him. JO
has him. Sense. Not the weapon for the job. Gonna be running around with that scout.
Maybe not for much longer either because JL's still trying to hunt. He's just gone back around B to cut him off at the pass. Wonderful might come through elbow. Imme on the flank as well. You know he can't be towards B, Imme. Okay, just getting out of the bomb radius, I suppose. Towards Tetris, and Wonderful finds him. He's 3rd in the round, so Wonderful. Exactly that.
Yeah, I mean, truly a stunning frag total for so early into this game. 14 rounds deep, 21 frags total.
Now to be Apeks onto a bit more of an eco. You can see Nork has invested with a 5-7, a Deagle in the hands of Stiko. Jacob has opted for the same. USPs for the likes of Sasanito and Sense.
And these are supposed to, just kind of walks in the park, but why is it even at the professional level, these economical rounds, we saw C9 losing one earlier today. These economicals can still slip away from professional Counter-Strike players.
Yeah, I think in scenarios, especially when everybody's aim is at such a big ceiling, if you pick a corner and the Deagle rips off your head and then the response isn't immediate or very good from the team who's just down a man, even with the weapon advantage, and then there's like a pounce, you get out-rotated and those USPs are there, not when you're expecting them, things can fall apart quite quickly. So it's going to come down to that opening exchange because this one clearly isn't a pop through a flash and swarm. This one should be handled, right? They've kind of baited them in. So Apeks thinking they're going to be a little bit more susceptible in that moment, but NaVi were the ones that drew them into nice little crossfire that they had over towards middle, and will grab their 8th. But I do find that, you know, one save rifle and a deagle, and the deagle gets a kill. Now you have another rifle in the mix. It can get very dicey. But we get into the first rifle round at 1/2-2, Nork AWP. What's NaVi's approach? Red smoke lobbed out for Wonderful. Looks like they want to harass middle with some HEs, but Apeks will not oblige. They're not playing heavy middle, and this could work out quite nicely. The util really just not hitting its mark today.
Bit wonky.
Yeah, which is telling. Not posting up at the big box. He'll have some company.
Posted for it. Misses his first opportunity. Won't get many more of those so comfortably. Because now the mollies are coming. Fires off a shot, connecting nicely. The mollies burning them, a massacre. Look at the damage. Alexi lucky to get away with his life. Steeko's incendiary in combination with an AWP tag has given them first blood.
Oh, drew a massive rotation. Apeks definitely got shifting, but JL didn't take any room. He's still just been babysitting outside the B doors. So unawares of what may have been available, and now resetting her Apeks. They felt the pressure. They held them at the door. They reset completely. NaVi used a lot of utility to try and make that possible. They're really only left with HEs, 2 smokes, and a molly. And down a player with the walking wounded of Alexi. Red smoke, they look like they want to go into an attempted A split. Have to get past Steeko in donut first.
Oh my goodness, where did his health just go? One hell of a nade from JL. Donut clear, wonderful. Again gets away from that Nork orb. Bomb getting punched. Alexi gets it down, and they have managed to break into this site now, despite the earlier damage dealt. Jacob spamming through. Temple coming in from Sense. Wonderful, hitting shots, nails the head, controls the spray into Sense. And despite their low HP, that should be enough to ward off the potential retake. Nork and Satanito not interested in this, I would imagine.
And no kit. So they weren't investing into in this round of play. Wonderful may go down to the AWP, will. But Nork, you're locked, you're dead, you're losing that AWP almost between the legs as Sasanito, where we usually find him, on the flank. No impact in a round like this.
No, and one of the observations you were making last time we were casting Apeks just yesterday was about that the double lurks. Not a map we're going to be seeing much of it here on Ancient.
No, and I think, you know, we're going to move into Anubis next, and it's a good seesaw map as well, so it's always possible for them to be able to try and pip those gaps. He meant to do that. I can't believe how much damage that nade did.
It landed on top of his body. I think it got stuck between the Kevlar and his flesh. But 97, yeah, that's mad. I don't understand. JL with a strong throw, strong arm on him. They've got mid just like that. Lovely. Yeah. In the absence of utility, they're up. And Satanito is out, escorted out of cave by IEM with a quick jump up.
But I like the change to do it knowing that they're going to be on a more compromised buy in a round like this, understanding that, hey, we don't have to go up against full rifles and full utility. So we can exploit middle, we can show the hand and go, hey, look, we can still do this if we'd like. It's something that Apeks can't think isn't a possibility. Doing it against the pistols makes their life an awful lot easier. Yeah,
it really hinges on whether or not NaVi do their investigations. You've smoked off red, you've got the bomb mid-side. JL probably going to poke his nose into the B site to see what it looks like. And there's Steeko, gone. Does that perhaps encourage them to overcook it into the B site? JL, nice find, gets Jacob as well on the jiggle. There's Nork's Deke, so already they know there's multiple bodies. That's not Nork, so yeah, they pieced it together. A site's open. And we will see a NaVi 10th. So they have really started strong on this T side.
Yeah, looking much better. It's going to be 5 consecutive, 6 straight if you include the last round of the first half. And double digits confirmed, so 10 on the board for NaVi in about 30 or so seconds time. Nork's playing, hiding in plain sight, and Emma will be able to remove that. So Blade should be much happier with proceedings now that they've flipped on over and getting to dictate a little bit more of the pace. This one almost got out of control. Sasanito able to almost get his crosshair in the right place. IEM finding that first incision against the saved rifle. And JL doing the rest of the dirty work. And as you mentioned, that information flowing, allowing NaVi to get out of harm's way. This time around, there will be a defused kit. So there's just going to be one ball on scent. See if that comes into play if they lose the site early. Cave smoke, as well as the heaven smoke. And Apeks not contesting for middle.
Flash and go. Setting up Tanzanito.
A lot of damage on the nade.
Nice per aggression, Alexi. Good knee-jerk reaction.
He mustn't have seen anything.
Nope, not
he just copped a nade. The smoke was dispersing. Oh, Sense.
Yeah, he's going to get both here. Alexi throws a nade on him, and it's Sense with the double kill. Should be trapped, should go down, does so. Couldn't get away for the reload, just hunted down by Bit.
Some fortunate exchanges for both teams. IEM up and over through middle. Smoke, flashes, Molly remaining. Steeko's somewhat committed. I don't think he's getting out of cave anytime soon.
What?
Maybe he is.
What a brilliant frag for Steeko to post. That's going to really tip the scales against NaVi. A big one for Steeko to find.
That's
Apeks.
the A anchor. Does that lull you into A?
It's a good question. Nork does have their rotation on lock. With no smoke for red, it's a bit of a risk. They will continue to walk into the Lion's Den.
Might catch him in transition.
He's backing away, doesn't tame the spray. Wonderful posted, Bit has to clear. Presents his back to Steeko. High impact round from the cave player. It's Steeko responsible for the double kill that leads to Apeks' first CT round.
Okay, well, yeah, you put a full stop on that one, didn't you? Their first CT round. Let's see if they can convert this into 2 in a row. Sense with the aggression down the ramp, so you can see that they were always opting for that pincer with the cave push. Also clamping down from ramp. Great job from Sense with the double. IEM not looking very happy. Not looking very happy at all. And yeah, he did have a bit of a miserable first half, but everything can be forgotten here in the second. As a second tactical timeout has been called. Blade on the mic. Same for Mithra on the other side. Both teams operating with full buys. Wonderful. Could have bought an AWP. Still has 5.9 remaining in the bank balance, but is with the AK, so that's going to be telling with what type of round we're about to see. And he's great on the rifles as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, gone are the days. Gone are the days where you could get away with being an AWP who couldn't use a rifle. We did have them. Those days existed.
Oh, yeah, for sure. This time they look like they will contest for middle. Double mollies.
IEM, see if he can put those frustrations into anything aggressive and successful. Nope, Jacob, he's just going to sour the mood further for IEM. In a bit of a head-to-head.
They've used 4 smokes just to try and get this mid control. Whoa. They used 2 to extinguish the mid mollies, 1 towards Donut, 1 towards Red to deny vision. And they didn't get the opening pick, but they got the space. This is good information for Wonderful. He's hearing this. Should be communicating that somebody's jump spotting Red. Jao can swing that with him. Try and get him a bit flustered, and then Wonderful might capitalize, but no. Not opting to swing it just yet. Oh, bombs pin doors.
Real opportunity for Sense. Oh, Bit just punishes by virtue of his patience. Alexi goes walking into Steeko. Ayanka still got his boots planted. JL pays a heavy price for the frag onto Tatsunito. Bomb coming up ramp. Bit, that's his opportunity. Goes right. Bomb plant may not be a guarantee. He actually chooses to fake it out to punish. Jacob going wide. A big frag from Bit to post.
Can play around this smoke. Maybe even try and slip. Oh, no, it didn't get towards short.
And he just peeks into Nork's orb, hits the shot as he should, and JL in a dire strait. What are you supposed to do here?
He can spam.
Or he can walk. Steeko caught out from behind. It could have been a clean one tap, made it awkward for Nork instead. Yeah, a labored spray leads to a little bit too much time invested on the first.
Yeah, and just the riflers for NaVi, right? You're seeing the missed utility, the proficiency and the aim. It just doesn't look like it's on point. The individuals struggling to get out of first gear at the moment. A lot of the impact really has come through Wonderful. You don't want to keep saying his name, but it's his multi-kills. And yeah, he gets that cleanly. He might be able to reposition the crosshair to look for the second fight. Not the end of the world, as they still have a 1-round lead and are able to get another bye. With only 1 player staying alive, they know that Apeks' finances are on the brink as well. Elbow smoke lands. They meant to deny the heaven jump up. It's going to be a 3-man B starter. Susanito with a lot of info. So, look, he hasn't... Oh, maybe an accidental little mouse wheel there, but Emma is about to punch his desk monitor. Okay, there you go. That's what you needed.
Yeah, nails the shot. Look how far forward JL is. And look how ready Nork was. Takes him off of the site, so that was the most forward member of the squad. Now out of the round. Wonderful bit and Emma. This is the dream team. Was the dream team. Stiko, comfortable. Apeks, absolutely sitting pretty as they're going to be tying this game up. Ever since they got that round, they haven't really let up.
And they've had to do it the hard way. This is going to be 3 consecutive rifle rounds. I mean, this is NaVi fully gunned, AKs, all the U2, everything they'd hoped for. And even with Emma catching Susanito trying to get cheeky, who is also trying to find his groove in the game, they couldn't get away with it. They used that lurk smoke front sight. They crept up in. You were talking about the amount of space they had. That's what that facilitates if a team isn't playing for the B lane press. And now with the bomb down, 38 seconds left on the clock, Emma, everybody's looking at you, but what can you do?
I mean, he knows Nork is likely going to be holding some capacity, and yes, that's all that happens is that the bullets land, the AWP shot hits, Sense will finish it off, and we are all tied up. Still not pretty for NaVi. After those gun rounds, as you discussed, they're not going to be able to put the best foot forward into round 21.
No, well, there's enough money if you wanted to get an AK or 2, and that's actually what they're appearing to do. So there will be some form of investment. I just worry how late is the plan out of spawn with the purchases still dribbling in. So 2 AKs, a Galil, some upgraded pistols, some YouTube to try and facilitate what looks like just a bailout call. Hey, it's not working middle. We're having a hard time B. Let's just try and execute in towards this A site. And if they were to go now, they might be able to capitalize on the 3 B defenders of Apeks on a longer rotation. Stiko from Donut will have the support of Jacob. He's just blocked at the perfect time. Couldn't be a better time, Molly, because look at the smokes. They're just landing. This will buy the time for that rotation to start hedging over.
And Jacob, he might be able to smoke him off.
Oh, grey screen.
Oh, just in time.
They're going through.
Yeah, pre-gamed by Stiko. The anchor delivers for Apeks, and it's an absolute disaster for the boys of NaVi. You gave it a good shake of the stick. You had a game plan, but disrupted by a solid timing from Stiko.
And this is where information in Counter-Strike plays a massive role, because the B defenders are saying, nothing B lane, we're not hearing any steps, they're not spamming, there's been no utility thrown whatsoever. Right? It's just too quiet. Yeah. And then as an anchor player, you get your backup. You go, well, I need to defend right now to facilitate my teammates to rotate in. And as mentioned, a perfectly placed incendiary. The follow-up smoke, which was the cavalry arriving through the grey screen, and then Stiko even gets to profit.
Yeah, Stiko's having a fantastic map. 19 frags. He's right there alongside Jacob at the top of the tables bar. Wonderful. It's great to see Stiko, who can have, high highs and low lows.
Last time out, Alex, you know what that means. Only chance that Blade will get, unless taken by Apeks going forward to try and course correct some of these missed calls, misplays, or maybe potential gaps that they could isolate. And yeah, Alexi with a shake of the head. This is the thing I'm talking, it's a late buy out of spawn. They're trying to cobble the call together. Maybe all the information doesn't get through, because we're obviously going to have a few issues with the English in this squadron, even though Bit's taken lessons. And I'm not putting it on him. It's just, some people talk a bit fast.
Yeah, no, for real.
Been told that once or twice.
Yeah, there's a difference between being able to, speak some English, understand some English, and being able to understand it in the heat of a Counter-Strike game where people are not slowing down and just trying to get that information relayed as fast as possible. Look at this setup straight away. Stiko and Jacob and 3B. They don't care about A. They know because they shut it down so convincingly, it's unlikely NaVi want to return there immediately. Stiko slips over to acknowledge the potential. Oh, you can see there the update. Team Spirit have made it to the Spodek. A 2-0 on the B stream.
And this is why I thought today that NaVi would have their way with Apeks.
Big one. That's a big opening.
If it's all wonderful, that's okay. You'll take the rounds.
I mean, it does seem to be very in right now, having a teenager carrying to the arena.
Wonderful doesn't make as much noise as a donk.
Not yet, no. He's more soft-spoken, but he lets his gameplay do the talking.
Now, if they execute B, it'd be well-timed.
Nork's got impact, and Satsanito's really hard-pressed to find impact. He can't finish off the job onto Wonderful. A double from him, missed shot from Nork. This looks great for NaVi. Off the back of a timeout. Into the B side now. Caught by, oh yeah, Imez, Galil, Jacob. Nothing here for him here. A 2 versus 5, hiding out in the smoke. All 5 members of NaVi have got the site on lock.
See if you can punish. Take away as many rifles as you can.
Wow, just like that, Jacob will take 2 away. Stiko not interested.
Yeah, off on an island over towards T-Spawn to hold on to his weapon of choice. You can see the residual cash if we're taking a look at the CT finances just down here. With the loss bonus where it's going to be at, they're going to be getting themselves, well, bottom of the barrel, 1,400. So Stiko holding on to this can drop. Nork will be able to buy. Jacob will be able to buy. There will be enough rifles to go around. Tie things up 11-11. I should have used an arrow for that, everybody. I'm really sorry. This would have looked nicer if I'd done that. It looked much nicer.
Wow, we really haven't explored all of the...
No, I want to use it more like on the map base, right? So at the moment, I've just been using it for more HUD elements. But we also haven't felt like we've had too many big technical timeouts where we could maybe discuss, you know, what openings we're seeing teams going for, what that allows.
You should save. You should save.
Yeah, you should save. Definitely the right call. So here we go, business end. An opportunity. NaVi, you win this. You break the bank of Apeks, only 1,900 lost, and you can close things down 13-11.
It's going. An extinguish and a push. Ime on the warpath. Takes full mid control. Nork holding the red push for now. Actually, trying to catch them off guard with the nade. It's beautiful. Alexi caught out as Nork delivers a high impact kill in a high octane round. There's one back. Tatsunito having a nightmare towards that Jaguar.
They split A. They still have some issues. You have Nork's OWP over towards Spawn. Can help Stiko, who feels like he will be hard cleared, but might be good for one because it's the AWP alongside of Bit.
Yeah, it didn't opt
He's
to
just
take...
looked away. Oh. He's just looked away again.
Bit trying to bait it with the molly. Throws it out. Knife out. Dead man. Stiko continues to rack him up on the A defense. Himmer sprays down the AWP. The A site open. Bomb plant in. Again, wonderful. Gets it done.
They'll have nothing if they go for this round and lose these 2 rifles. They have a 1,900 loss next. That's to defend the game. Take it to overtime.
They're giving it a look in. Is this a bit too much? An overstep of the mark from Jacob as he goes down. Sense will back away to try and save.
Yeah, that should have been another round where once they'd lost the side, they had the number disadvantage, another call of you should save. And it sucks because, hey, you're giving away round 12. You're allowing NaVi to secure overtime. But still now, as mentioned, the finances aren't going to be there for a bite. And this is how it started. Great work from Nork. Taking matters into his own hands. Alexi turns around. He sees the smoke dissipate in front of his eyes. A huge trade from Wonderful. It's really just been Wonderful having consistent impact throughout this game to keep NaVi in it. And now they're in the position to close. Apeks have the save rifle on Sense. There's enough for a buy on Stiko and Sasanito. Jacob and Nork, they'll be begging for some form of scraps. Maybe an MP9 could be dropped. Sasanito not being able to find his way in this game so far, but never too late. If he can get an impactful kill or 2 on this final round, take us to OT. Redemption's still there. 21 for Jacob, 20 for Stiko, 17 for Nork. As the buys are starting to come together. Sense's dropped an M4 and has opted in with an SMG. Sasanito rocking an MP9 as well. So the heavy hitters, at least the fragging department of Apeks, will all have rifles.
Apex's map pick and overtime is up for debate. Can NaVi take it away from them? This round determines it all. Ime starting his mid-campaign again. Jacob fails the jump, forced forward. This is getting uncomfortable for Jacob already. A bit of an all or nothing. Things will calm down for a moment. No one applying too much pressure. Tatsunito, in combination with that smoke, have managed to kind of dictate that heaven is theirs.
Jacob has to give up middle and support A because there's just a CT smoke that's deployed, a couple of flashes, now mollies. A lot of pressure that's even drawn the rotation of Sense. And look at the util left for the CTs. Now Apeks have a flash and a decoy to their name, and we have a minute and 10 on the clock.
This could go anywhere, but it does seem like it's going to be
Pretty
quite
sure
a
Wonderful
direct A
saw
hit.
the shadow, the temple shadow.
It's up to Alexi here. If he can find Stiko, which he has, then that A site is already falling apart. They may overlook Jacob in the donut position. Yeah. They have, and he hasn't found anything. It looks good for NaVi, and quite the opposite for Apeks. I mean, they were making no secret of that A hit, just slowly, methodically coming for you, winning their duels, and it looks like they've won the map. Just the two of them, Nork and Satsanito. Last to fall miraculously on it, finding Immer on that FP9, covered by JL. And NaVi, they will take the first of the series, 13-11. They had both pistols, Chad. Apeks, some good gun rounds, but NaVi, they managed to convert.
Yeah, this is with some of the heavy hitters on NaVi not getting out of first gear. Missed utility, star players like Immer missing within the first half of play, and they still pick up the map win in an elimination series.